Okay guys, so in today's video, it is going to be a very different video. I've actually never really done one of these all that much. Actually, no, I have, but it's been a while since I've done one. So again, this is going to be a Q&A video, a little bit interesting. And if you guys really like the way that these Q&A videos go, you know, I have no problem doing more of these in the future. We're currently, I believe, because I recorded this, well, at the time that I'm posting this, I think it's going to probably be tomorrow. But the time that I'm recording this, it was yesterday. So, we're at like 450 subs. Not that it dramatically changed or anything, but I guess this could kind of be like maybe a 400 subs or 450 sub special. Because again, 50 subs away from 500, and then 500 subs away from 1,000. So, let's see if we can get there. Let's see if we can do it. I know we can. Let's do this. All right. So we're actually, again, I mean, what do you mean we are actually? So we're going to go ahead and kind of like play Dokkan and at the same time kind of, you know, go ahead and talk about the questions that you guys sent. Because I did ask you guys to send questions in the Discord, which, by the way, if you haven't joined, link is in the description of the video. So first one, all right, is brought to you by DaBaby. Now, DaBaby is a very active person on the Discord. Love the name, by the way, dude. This is freaking genius. Alright, so DaBaby asks, how old am I? Now, I've actually answered this question before on stream. Many people guess my age. In fact, I even asked them, like, yo, hey, like, how old do you guys think I am? Many people said that they thought that I was in my 20s. I am not 20. I am nowhere. Actually, no. I am near my 20s, but I'm not 20 years old. Someone said, I think, that they thought I was 23. No. Your boy's not that old. I'm not that old. I am not 23. I'm actually 18. So yeah. I know the beard may make it seem like I'm a little bit older, but no. Your boy's only 18 years old. Yeah. So, I don't know if that's, like, a shocking thing for some people, but when I told people that I was not, you know, 20 years old, some people were like, whoa, dude, you look way young, or, like, way older than you actually look, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but, yeah, I'm 18 years old, and still 18. In fact, my birthday is pretty late in the year. It's actually in November. So, again, I am a child who, you know, is a late November baby. That's what your boy is. So, yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. So, yeah, your boy's 18. Don't let this sexy face fool you. I am not anywhere near my 20s. I am 18. Alright, so next up is by Enemy. So, Enemy is a very special person because Enemy is actually the first person to ever sub to my Twitch, which, again, I have not been very active in terms of streaming. The reason for that is just because with everything that's been happening in school, as well as my work, and then my personal life as well, I really don't have the time to... Oh, shoot. Fudge. I really don't have the time to just sit down and just, like, stream. Because, again, you know, I have things that go on, like I said, in my school and personal life where then I am then pulled away. So it's not like something that I can do just consecutively throughout the entire day uninterrupted. Because my goal when I do streams is to be uninterrupted completely. Like, no one bother me. The issue is I really don't have that luxury. So, yeah, for now, streams are not too consistent. In fact, I haven't streamed in like a couple months, honestly, but again, I am trying to get back onto there. Alright, so, and then, yeah, I went on a whole tangent, but yeah, man, Enemy is the first guy who subbed on the Twitch. Like, I love that man to death. I didn't actually think anybody would do that, but he did. Lost a couple bets, but he did it. He did it. Alright. So, Enemy's question, getting to the actual meat and potatoes of it. Sorry about that long-ass freaking rant that I went on, just like talking about something completely different. But, so Enemy asked, when did you first learn about Dragon Ball and by extension, Dokkan? So, I actually was first introduced to Dragon Ball on Cartoon Network. So a lot of us, well, I mean, depending on how old you are, of course. So for me personally, again, when I was a kid, a Dragon Ball would play on Cartoon Network. It was on Adult Swim. So after all the cartoons were over, I think it was like at around like maybe 8 p.m. or maybe 9 p.m. when Cartoon Network would just shut off the regular, child cartoons, and then they would start playing, the Adult Swim stuff. And then Dragon Ball, I think, was one of the later stuff that they would play. But one time, I think it was on like maybe a Saturday, I was, getting up to watch some cartoons. It was a little bit earlier in the morning, and Dragon Ball was actually playing. So I first was introduced to that because of that. I think it was the Frieza saga. I think it was Piccolo fighting third form Frieza was actually the fight that was playing on TV the first time I saw it. So yeah, first time I ever saw Dragon Ball was Piccolo versus third form Frieza, and I really liked it. Like, I thought the fight was amazing. Like, I really loved the animations involved in it. My parents weren't a big fan of it, though. Like, my parents never really let me watch stuff like Dragon Ball, or really anything that they would consider too violent or, like, too graphic. They wouldn't let me watch. So, I never really watched OG Dragon Ball Z, specifically because of that reason. But, I would say the first time I legit, like, started taking Dragon Ball seriously was during the Tournament of Power. So the Tournament of Power, the minute UI Sign was a thing. So like the minute like he appeared on the internet, UI Sign Goku, everybody was losing their shit. Like, he was like absolutely beautiful. That's when I started watching Dragon Ball, like, seriously, like actually sitting down and say like, hey, I'm gonna watch this thing. So I started watching the entire Dragon Ball Super anime, like from start to finish, getting to the Tournament of Power. So yeah, that was when I started actually taking Dragon Ball serious, because beforehand, I'm not even gonna like try to hide this, but beforehand I was actually a Dragon Ball hater. So a lot of those people that you see online like hating on Dragon Ball, oh, that it's just transformations, it's just fights, it's just like Goku with plot armor. I was actually one of those people. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Dragon Ball. Again, before I started watching Dragon Ball or even taking it seriously, most of the anime that I would watch consisted of Attack on Titan. Was actually the first anime that I actually sat down and physically watched from start to finish. At the time, of course, they would release future episodes, but that was the first anime I actually started and I finished. Like, I actually sat down and I was like, you know what, I'm going to watch this. Probably the next one would be Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul was the next anime that I actually watched. And then from there... And then from there, I started watching Naruto. And then, of course, Naruto takes a freaking long-ass time to watch as well. And then from there, I went into Dragon Ball. So, again, before that, I really wasn't the biggest fan of Dragon Ball. But, again, once I started watching it, once I started getting into it, it was literally the only thing that I would watch. Like, it was awesome. I loved Dragon Ball the minute I started watching it. In fact, my favorite character is actually Vegeta. I'm not that big of a fan of Goku, just because I kind of like Vegeta as a character better, especially with the manga as well. Like the recent chapters, I'm just like Team Vegeta all the way, man. Like, I love Vegeta. He's so awesome. And for me personally, I kind of think Ultra Ego is actually better than Master UI Goku, in my opinion. Like, design-wise, like, I just love the concept of Vegeta, like, having the power of, like, the God of Destruction just kind of, like, ooze from his body, kind of like smoke billowing out, with him just getting stronger with each attack. Like, I don't know. It's just so cool. But, yeah. So, long-ass response, but yeah, that's the first time I ever learned about Dragon Ball was when I was a kid. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Piccolo versus Third Form Frieza is the fight that I saw. And then Dokkan. Now, I've actually told the story of when I first was introduced to Dokkan. My friend, we call him by the name Neo, again. So that's kind of like the nickname that we have for him, or like that we call him by, because, that's what he tells us to call him. But yeah, my friend Neo was actually the one who got me into Dragon Ball. So I was in high school. It was my junior year of high school, so my third year. And we were in our weight training class. And essentially weight training classes, you know, you just lift weights, you know, you exercise, you know, but that's basically it. But yeah, we were lifting weights, and we had some downtime just because, like, we were tired and we really weren't doing anything. It was kind of, I think it was like a pretty hot day as well, so like we were just like really sluggish, not wanting to do anything. And so I see my friend Neo. I mean, he's playing Dragon Ball. I believe it was when Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, the physical and the AGL one, just the TURs, came out. So like they were like the biggest thing in Dokkan. Like they were super hyped. They were both on Global and JP. Everyone was losing their shit. Like it was a major celebration when they first came out, you know, to commemorate the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie that, you know, also had to come out. So I saw him playing it, and then I asked him, you know, hey, like, what's that game? And then, you know, he started talking to me about it. Oh, it's called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. You know, this is how you play it. And, you know, I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. Let's see, you know, how this goes. I mean, I've actually seen him play it before, and I would actually, like, make fun of him, be like, oh, yo, it's just bubble popping. A lot of what people criticize Dokkan for, you know, the bubble popping thing is exactly what I was, you know, making fun of with him, just calling it a bubble popping game. But yeah, the minute I actually got it and I started playing it, like, I was addicted. I was hooked. Like, I enjoyed the game so much. In fact, I actually pulled, I think I actually pulled Dragon Ball Super Broly. He's actually my first ever Dokkan Festival unit, because I summoned on his banner and I pulled him. And I actually didn't even know that he was like a good unit. So then I show my friend Neo. I was like, yo, hey, look who I got. Is this guy good? And then he actually just turned to me and he said, you just pulled the best, or like one of the best units in the game. Straight up. Like, you pulled one of the best ones. I was like, holy shoot, I did. So I actually then sent a photo to my other friend who played the game, who got shafted on Broly's banner. He didn't get Broly, so I sent him the photo, playing ignorance, because again, I really didn't know much about the game. Dude, he was pissed when he found out. But yeah, man, that's the first time I ever learned about Dokkan and Dragon Ball, and I don't regret it. I love it so much. I love the game. It's, in my opinion, the best mobile game ever. Legends is okay, but again, there's so many issues with Legends. It's unbelievable. But yeah, man, Dokkan's like #1 for me. It's the best mobile game ever. All right, next question is, DaBaby says, what got you into streaming? I've actually always been interested in streaming. I've always loved the idea of, you know, like, making content live, you know, like cracking jokes, you know, in front of a live audience. I've always loved that idea. I've always wanted to do that, and I would consider myself pretty good at video games. Like, I'm a decent person when it comes to playing. So my idea for, you know, like, streaming and all of that was like, you know, I play something like Apex, or back then when I actually played it, Fortnite as well. You know, I'd play it, you know, live with people, you know, crack a few jokes, have a good time. But yeah, so that was actually, you know, my whole idea of it is, you know, like, oh, I'll play this game. And, you know, I just really like the idea of just, you know, having a good time with people, live on stream. So yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in streaming. So, and then like just watching other streamers as well, like the success that they had doing it. Like Tim the Tap Man, you know, like a really funny guy, just like really like nice guy, you know, like just making goofy stuff, you know, doing goofy stuff. Or like when the OG Fortnite group, Tim, Dr. Lupo, Ninja, and then I'm not sure about the fourth person. I forgot it. I forgot the person's name, but like when those 3 guys would play, like that's what I kind of wanted to do with my boys. It's just, again, just do fun, dumb content where, you know, you're basically just having a good time, laughing. Just, you know, I mean, to me, that was like the dream. It's like, I mean, that's just great to me. Like, if I can do that for the rest of my life, you know, like, do something I'm passionate about, like playing video games, hanging out with your boys, making jokes, and just do it in front of a live audience, you know, like, create a really nice, you know, like, community as well. Like, I don't know, that's something I've always wanted to do the minute I started hearing about it, seeing about it, learning more about it. That's something I really wanted to do. So yeah, I've always been into streaming ever since I first saw it. Alright, next question. By the way, these are very good questions. I love questions like these because they get me into a rant and then I just lose track of everything. All right. Next one is also by DaBaby. He says, did you have YouTube or Twitch before Cottonlad channel, and why did you name it Cottonlad? That is actually a very good question. I actually did have another YouTube channel before Cottonlad, and the content was extremely different to what I am doing now. Way different, completely different. It was completely vlog based, so it was just straight vlogs. And needless to say, I mean, actually, I will just say this. I regret almost every single video I made on there. Not because it was like, you know, like, oh, cringy, you know, like this guy doesn't know what he's doing. No, it's not because of that. It's because, just the stuff that was said wouldn't exactly fly in today's society. I'd probably get, like, banned from YouTube, and I'm surprised I didn't. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. It was, like, early in my high school years, so I said and did a lot of dumb things. I'm just gonna, again, leave it at that. And then, why did I name my channel Cottonlad? Now, the reason I named it Cottonlad is because that's actually the gamer tag that I used when I was playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and just like Super Smash Bros. 4 and Super Smash Bros. Melee with my boys. So in my high school, there was a video game club where they basically just played Super Smash Brothers. The first time I went, it was with my friend, or one of my friends, and they were playing Melee, like the original guys who started it. They were playing Melees, like they were really big into Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I would just sit there and watch. You know, I actually wouldn't play, but then one of them actually, like, you know, like, hey, said, oh, hey, why don't you try it, like, and they lent me their controller. Obviously I was asked because I'd never played Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think I'd only played it like maybe once or twice on like the Nintendo GameCube, but that was when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. So it's been a while since I've, you know, actually physically played the game. But yeah, little by little, you know, I started going more and more and more, and, you know, I just kind of got more and more involved in it. You know, like constantly going, just watching, playing as well. So yeah, I just, like, again, just, it kind of stuck with me. I just kind of became part of it. And so then, when we got Super Smash Bros. 4, I actually bought the Wii U specifically for that, to buy Super Smash Bros. 4, and I brought it to the gaming club, because I believe the other person who brought it, I think, couldn't, for, you know, some reason. I think that happened. So I started bringing my Wii U, and we would play Super Smash Bros. 4, and then we were making gamer tags, and I really didn't know what to put, so I kind of just combined the two things that came into my head, and there comes Cottonlad. I just literally connected the first two things that came into my mind, and therefore Cottonlad is born. Or as I used to have it on my gamer tag, C-Lad, which the C, of course, stands for cotton, and then the L, or the lad part, as we know, is lad, you know, Cottonlad. So yeah, that is the birth of my name, Cottonlad. Maybe not the most exciting story, but yeah, it was just something I just thought of on the fly. I was like, you know what, I'll name my gamer tag this, Cottonlad. It's the first thing that came to my mind. And there we go. Cottonlad is born. Alright. And then Big Wump, my boy Big Wump. Again, he makes amazing thumbnails for this channel, by the way. So, huge shout outs to that man. Big Wump is... So, Big Wump's question is, how did you meet Shine? For those of you who don't know, Shine is Subarazi. He changed his name to Shine. And what are your future goals for YouTube and Twitch? So, how did I meet Subarazi, or Shine? Again, for those of you who don't know, he did change his name. I know I repeated that twice now, but one can never be too cautious or careful or whatever. I'm messing this up. Let's go. So I actually met Subarazi in a Discord server. It was the Discord server of this gentleman by the name of, I believe it was Raman. So Raman is another YouTuber. He does a lot of Legends content. So like the complete opposite of me. Like I do Dokkan like almost exclusively. He does Legends. He's actually way bigger than I am. Like he's got over 1,000 subscribers. So I believe it was in his Discord server, that, or it was Halo, who at the time was called Halo Fox, who I did do a collaboration video with for like a Legends PvP video. But it was either one of those two servers. And I actually met, well, at that time, of course, his name was Subarazi. So I met Subarazi there. And what eventually started happening is I kind of talked about how I needed like a graphics designer. Like I needed someone who knows how to make thumbnails. Because for those of you who are kind of new to my channel, before I used to make the thumbnails and they looked really bad. Like they're ass. They're super, super bad. Even the ones now that I make, they're like really not that good. Like there really isn't like too much growth in what I've done. Like for example, the thumbnail for Kid Gohan being the next Dokkan Festival coming to the global. Again, that thumbnail I made, it's nothing too exciting. It's pretty simple. Because again, I really don't have that talent when it comes to graphic design. But Subarazi actually volunteered to do them for me. Like he said, like, hey man, I'll, you know, go ahead and make you thumbnails. And then from there, you know, the rest is history. You know, like he's been helping me make thumbnails. You know, like he's just an amazing person and I really can't thank him enough. And then same thing with Big One, you know? Like they both volunteered to make me thumbnails, like, and I can't thank them enough. Like honestly, I can't. Like it's such an amazing help that they've been with, like, you know, the thumbnails. It's like insane to me. And especially the fact that they're thumbnails as well, because people get paid to do that. Especially on Twitter, you see things like Mugen Kua, I believe is his name, is a really big thumbnail artist, and he does a lot of thumbnails for like, you know, The Truth, 5-9 Gaming, you know, stuff like that. And he gets paid, I would say, a decent amount of money to go ahead and make them. So yeah, like I really can't like thank him enough for that. So there's that. And then for the second part of the questions are, what are your future goals for YouTube and Twitch? So for my goals for YouTube and Twitch, they are pretty consistent even from the start. For YouTube, I want to get to a size where I become monetizable, so like 1,000 subscribers, but also I want to be able to reach a level where the amount of revenue that I'm making from YouTube is enough so that I don't have to, say, work a job. And if I can get to that point where I'm making enough from YouTube to actually be financially stable, I can quit my job and then I can focus more on YouTube and streaming. And the same goes for streaming. If I can reach a level in streaming where I'm also making a decent amount of revenue from that platform, so Twitch, where I, again, don't need to work, my plan is to then ditch my job and then kind of do that as my job full time. Of course, school is also a big thing. You know, my plan, again, if I can combine the two, YouTube and Twitch streaming, to the point where I can literally make a living off of that, and then continue growing, and of course, like, increasing my growth and all that, where I can literally make that my living, well, I guess that's what I'll be doing for the rest of my life, you know? So yeah, that's basically my plan. So my plan is to get to a level where I can do streaming, YouTube, full-time, essentially, is basically what I want to do. Those are essentially my plans. That's what I want to do. But of course, nothing ever goes the way you want it to in life. So again, we'll see. It's too early to tell, but again, we'll see what happens. So yeah, those are my goals for YouTube and Twitch. All right. We have 2 more questions left, both of which are from DeBaby. So DeBaby says, do you think of trying to get into big channels like Truth or Goresh or 5-9 Gaming in general? I actually have. I've actually sent an email to The Truth asking him if we could collaborate. He never responded, but again, that's perfectly fine because, you know, The Truth is a busy man. He records a ton of videos a day. He's in 5'9" Gaming, like, and honestly, I don't think he'd want to do that with something like me. Yeah, I actually, out of all of them, the person I would probably want to be featured on, or like just to be on with, more than anyone, would be Truth. The reason for that is because I am a huge like Truth fan. Like I mean, he's actually another reason for why I got into Dokkan. Me watching The Truth's videos, and again, I still watch like every single one that he posts. Like I love the man to death. Like I love his videos. So yeah, to be featured on basically what I would consider my Dokkan idol, The Truth, would be absolutely amazing. And then in terms of joining 5'9" Gaming, if for, like, again, this is like very highly theoretical. If for some reason, some miracle, they were like, hey, do you want to join 5'9" Gaming? I would be like, yes. As simple as that, I'd be like, yes, I'm on board. I wouldn't deny their offer. I'd be like, let's go. Cottonlad x 5'9" Gaming. Like, I would absolutely join in a heartbeat. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Again, probably not something that's gonna happen, but you know, we'll see what happens in the future. And then in terms of Goresh, I actually wouldn't mind doing like maybe like a summoning video with Goresh. I would never do a PvP video because Goresh will wreck my shit. Goresh is way too good at Legends. I am way too bad at Legends. So I'd probably do some like summoning type thing. Again, this is all very theoretical. This is me just spouting stuff at this point, but yeah. That is what I would like to do. Alright, and then the last question is, what was your first impression of streaming and what you got into it? So I kind of already answered that one. The second part is what got you into it. But my first impression of streaming was it was really fun. I actually really enjoyed it. The only thing I will say is my butt fell asleep. I think the first time I did it, my butt fell asleep. So I probably would like get like a headset with a super long cord just so that I'm able to like move around more. Because I don't know, me sitting down for long periods of time is not a good thing because I lose like feeling in my legs. I lost feeling in my legs. So yeah, I'd probably do that. But yeah, I mean, I loved it. It was really fun. So anyways, guys, those were all the questions. Again, I don't mind doing these like kind of like on a regular basis. I actually would I actually quite enjoyed doing this kind of video, just a little bit different from what I usually do. So again, if you guys have more questions, just type them in the general chat of the Discord. I will take a look at them. That'll be a separate video for another day. But yeah, anyways, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you all for the questions, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.